Hi everybody, welcome back to the Blog Spot. Today we're going to talk about Jussie Smollett, who pleads with Illinois Supreme Court to halt new indictments over fake hate crime. And this comes from Deadline, and it came out on February 24th. Okay, here we go. Jussie Smollett was pleading with the Illinois Supreme Court to kill the latest charges. The filed motion for a stay and dismissal of Special Prosecutor Dan Webb's February 11th move of 6 renewed charges claims that the recent Smollett indictment wasn't proper because the special prosecutor was appointed incorrectly. The circumstances surrounding the initial case in 2019 did not reach the legal level warranting the appointment of a special prosecutor, lawyer William J. Quinlan, and longtime Smollett attorney Tina Glandian stated in the paperwork. Under the terms of the law, in order to appoint a special prosecutor, the Office of Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Fox, had to file a formal recusal with the court, the motion added, and that didn't occur here. In fact, at the appearance Monday, February 24th, in front of Judge James Lynn, lawyers for Jussie Smollett sought to have the pause button hit on the whole arraignment due to the state Supreme Court action. With Smollett and supporters standing there, Judge Lynn declined to delay the proceedings, heard the actor enter his plea, and told him to be back on March 18th. Among those matters, there was also a failed previous legal attempt to have the special prosecutor pink slipped. Thinking he was free of the potential 50 years in jail from the charges of the first case, Jussie Smollett could be looking at a decade or more behind bars from the half a dozen new charges of disorderly conduct if found guilty. They say here 50 years and 10 years. But in the video I did, they said Jussie may get 3 years in jail if he goes to jail. Okay, let's move on to the next article, which is named Jussie Smollett Calls for Truth and Justice while declaring his innocence. And this comes from the Chicago Sun-Times, and it came out on February 28th. All of Jussie's siblings were there with him: Jazz, JoJo, Jake, Journey, and Jacque. I don't know if I said that name right. I've been judged guilty by the former superintendent of police and 2 Chicago mayors, and I'm innocent, said Jussie Smollett. We need to bring this to truth and justice. We need an end to this tunnel, no matter where it takes us. I loved Chicago and was in the process of purchasing a 2-bedroom condo in the South Loop after Empire had wrapped, he added. I was going to live here after the show was over. Smollett was cornered by TMZ on Tuesday, February 25th, at the LA airport after his Chicago court appearance, where he entered a not guilty plea to a 6-count indictment by Special Prosecutor Dan Webb for allegedly filing false police reports, claimed he was willing to fight or die to clear his name. Jussie Smollett, who lives in New York, is now back home in California with his family. Quinlan, who is Jussie Smollett's lawyer, also told the writer of this article He is worried about security the next time the Smollett case goes before the judge in Chicago. The courthouse crowd was significant, he said. We were tripping all over each other in and out of the courthouse, said Quinlan. Quite honestly, I'm concerned for the safety of everyone and may ask the sheriff's office for security advice. And the next article is named Chicago Mayor Vows to Make Jussie Smollett Accountable for Police Investigating What Turned Out to Be a Total Hoax. And this came from Breitbart. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but it came out on February 26. Okay, here we go. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said that actor Jussie Smollett needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Mayor Lightfoot told reporters that Smollett committed a crime and must be held accountable for the wasted police resources that went into investigating the hoax. He needs to face the charges, Lightfoot said, according to a report from CBS 2 Chicago. He committed a crime and he needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and we are going to continue to aggressively make him accountable for the wasted police resources that went into investigating what turned out to be a total hoax. When the charges were dropped against Jussie by Kim Foxx's office last year, part of the deal was that Jussie Smollett's record was expunged of the 16 felony counts related to making a false report. And expunged just means he doesn't have a record. They wiped it clean. Chicago Special Prosecutor Dan Webb has brought the new charges against Jussie Smollett, saying that further prosecution of Jussie Smollett is in the interest of justice. Okay, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Please like the video, share the video, post your comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you soon with more Jussie Smollett news. Bye. Wait a minute. More news just came in on the Jussie Smollett case, and this says Jussie Smollett rejected by Illinois Supreme Court in bid to stop new indictments over fake hate crime update. This comes from Deadline, and it came out on March 8th. The update is the Illinois Supreme Court rejected former Empire actor Jussie Smollett's request to throw out charges against him. In addition to that, the court rejected Smollett's bid to remove the special prosecutor in the case. The decisions were announced on Friday. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of the article because it's just going back over how things happened already, and we already know that. Okay, that's it for me. Bye.